they hating today. You dig what I'm talking about? Let me play a little music because they obviously don't want me to show that. You dig what I'm talking about? Let me let the people get back up in here. But I don't know why y'all think that this is gonna stop anything. Cause see, the whole point, in the end of the day, Trump already been in there, and he done made some drastic changes to things. Some things he gonna get away with, some things he not. You dig what I'm saying? Like the 14th Amendment. He may not get away with that for too long, but he has put a loophole in there that your parents gotta be legal. Right? And I think today was the cutoff day. Right? The 25th was the cutoff day. That you could have been born, or no. It's the 19th of February. That if you born in here by that time, well, then you can still be an American citizen. But he's going to get rid of that, or he's trying to get rid of that birthright citizenship. But it won't work. It's in the 14th. If it's in the 14th Amendment, you know what I mean. But with that being said, the 13th Amendment continues slavery if you create a crime. So how can you free all the slaves but keep the industry of slavery still alive? Right? You just enslave people who got pulled over for petty crimes or any type of vagrancy or anything like that, and then you keep slavery alive. You just penalize it, right? But let's see your boy. What's going on with your boy Scrumps? What he been doing? You dig what I'm saying? He been getting these boys together.
96.
You know what I mean? Shout out to my little Latino family. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to my family. My good African folks and all that stuff. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, you better get your stuff together. You better get your stuff together. You dig what I'm talking about? Trump not playing with nobody, man. Let's get to some of this some of this news.
Tonight, a dramatic escalation of President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown. The first of 1,500 extra troops touching down in El Paso, Texas to support border security. And for the first time, migrants being deported not on chartered flights like before, but on military aircraft. 2 flights landing this morning in Guatemala.
We're getting the bad, hard criminals out. These are murderers. These are people that have been as bad as you get.
After a record 10 million illegal border crossings over the past 4 years, ICE now ramping up roundups of undocumented immigrants, making 538 arrests yesterday across the country, doubling its daily average in September. Cities including San Francisco, Salt Lake City, and Atlanta. In Newark, New Jersey, this surveillance video appears to show ICE agents making arrests. City officials and immigrant advocates say ICE agents raided this local business, arresting 3 undocumented immigrants and briefly detaining an American citizen, a military veteran, while they asked him for documentation.
They were scrambling up delivery ramps. They were banging down bathroom doors to make sure no one was hiding inside.
ICE doesn't call them raids, but targeted enforcement operations, adding agents sometimes encounter U.S. citizens while conducting field work and may request identification.
Do you plan to use city resources to impede ICE?
We're not going to participate in what we think is unlawful.
Newark's Democratic Mayor Ras Baraka telling us late today there were 2 more operations in his city, where more than a third of the population was born outside the U.S.
Donald Trump won this election. What would you say to Trump supporters who are watching this and saying, that's what we voted for?
They're wrong. I would say you're wrong. You were wrong then, and you're wrong now.
Meanwhile, according to this internal memo obtained by NBC News, the Trump administration is reversing another Biden border policy, allowing ICE officials to quickly deport migrants who were legally allowed into the country temporarily under the Biden administration. Back in El Paso, Daniel de la Cruz lives just blocks from the border and praises President Trump for keeping his campaign promise on deportations.
America needs to take care of the American people. I'm glad that Trump is in office implementing the law.
Meantime, Gabe, you have some new reporting about Mexico's role in all of this.
Yes, Lester, 2 U.S. defense officials tell NBC News that Mexico denied access to a U.S. military deportation plane on Thursday. As we mentioned, 2 planes landed in Guatemala.
Listen, Trump not playing with these people. If you here in America illegally, he own you. You dig what I'm talking about? He got the borders are ICE. They not playing with people, man. You dig what I'm talking about? You committing crimes. You here illegal. He getting you up out of here. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm right back at it indeed, cuz. They don't stop nothing. Hey, ICE hiring, right? Hey, listen. It is what it is, man. And I understand. You dig what I'm saying? The people, trying to do all they can to get to the Americas to create a better life for themselves here, but not at the expense of the people here. You dig what I'm talking about? And that's not necessarily their fault, but these are the politics in the game that the world chose to play. You see what I'm saying?
Today. Meanwhile, here in Newark, the mayor says that he expects more deportations.
And we got to remember, these are illegals. We're not saying don't bring nobody else over here if you willing to do right. Because if we go illegal, we go to jail. So how can your whole existence here be illegal, and yet you getting $7,000 a month in food stamps? You getting $5,000 in cash on one car, $2,000 in cash on the other car, free cars, free homes, free Medicare, free schooling. You dig what I'm talking about? Free loans to carry businesses, whether you had a felony or not before. And they was talking about giving these people the rights to carry guns. Yet a man who may have committed a mistake in his younger life, you dig what I'm talking about, nonviolent also, is no longer to protect himself and his family. You dig what I'm saying? For a mistake that he made when he was 15 years old. Now he's 45. Right? He get caught with that same gun. He going away forever. Right? They're going to charge you as a felon in possession, correct? Well, what about the illegal guy who is a previous felon who is now in possession? Come on, man. We can't, you dig what I'm talking about? You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth. And that was the whole problem that's been going on with politics. And I ain't just going to put it on the Democrats, because the Republicans is the other side of the snake. They the other fang. You dig what I'm talking about? Both of these evil fangs feed the same snake. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out everybody for coming back in, man. Hit that thumbs up button, man. Share the live, man. You dig what I'm talking about? You know your boy ain't even monetized. So, if you can, support the channel. If not, it is what it is. I'm still coming with it. You dig what I'm saying? But Trump said it's something about a man who says what he gonna do and does what he says.
For the next few days.
President Trump today touring damage and hearing from displaced residents in parts of North Carolina ravaged by Hurricane Helene 4 months ago.
I totally feel like that we have been forgotten.
The president, alongside the first lady, again complaining that FEMA's response has been too slow.
Unfortunately, our government failed you, but it wasn't the Trump government. It was a government run by Biden.
And floating a potentially dramatic move, eliminating FEMA entirely.
I think, frankly, FEMA's not good.
He had to throw that in there. But he's right, though. That's the thing about it. He's telling the truth.
FEMA's turned out to be a disaster. I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away.
Instead, proposing the White House send disaster relief directly to states and give governors more control. But a president does not have the power to shut down FEMA and would need Congress to give him the authority to remake or get rid of any agency. FEMA's defenders argue the federal government supports states and has a breadth of expertise and resources to respond that most states do not have. A top Democrat tonight panning the proposal.
I mean, if there's one reason we're one nation under God, it's to deal with disasters. So no, we shouldn't get rid of it.
Meanwhile, the president just landing in L.A. to visit the wildfire zone there, greeted by Governor Gavin Newsom.
What y'all think? You think they should get rid of FEMA? Do y'all think they should get rid of FEMA? Personally, I don't. But I think FEMA can be restructured and worked better, right? It can be reorganized. with better people at the top, right? And we say, he say, tear down FEMA. Yafa say, tear down FEMA. You dig what I'm talking about? See, that's what I like. I don't like people around me who are just yes mans. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm saying no, right? I'm saying no. Don't tear it all the way down. Restructure it, right? Put good people at it, and the system will work. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I would offer as on the other side of that before you tear it down. You dig what I'm talking about? He say they ain't doing what they supposed to do, right? Say, yeah, rebuild it, right? Correct. With righteous people at the top, right? Then it's not that the system is broke. The people running the system are broken. You see what I'm saying? The people running the system are broken. It's not that the U.S. government doesn't work. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. No, people who are in position to do the right things don't. You see what I'm saying? And that is what's gonna make it work. I'm telling y'all, man. Only Jaja people could make this work, man. Cause you got to be good for the sake of just being good. You got to do right for the sake of doing right, not just padding your pocket all the time. You see what I'm saying? You got to do right by the people sometime in your life. Like my little baby bro, Bap always say, you can't be a degenerate all your life. You dig what I'm talking about? So, you dig what I'm talking about? It's a balance. We understand that there are hindrances in government inherently, but if you had good people running it, we could get over many of them hurdles and obstacles, and things would run smoother, man. Not that people ain't gonna complain, not they ain't gonna have something to complain about, but you dig what I'm talking about. These millions and billions and trillions of dollars being spent on BS should be spent on the people. You see what I'm saying? A good government is supposed to be like a father to its people. You dig what I'm saying? But they'll figure it out sooner or later, right? We've been in a republic, the highest form of government man is produced on earth yet. The republic. Well, then that begs to ask the question, what's higher than the republic? Who ready to build that? Because I'm saying there's two things higher than the republic. That's a one world government and no government. Right? To the point to where you got your stuff together to where it works irregardless to how you feel about it. It helps the people. There's systems to get everything together where there's no government. That's the highest form. But next to that and after the republic is a one world government. People try to say that that's evil, but think of the ideal. If everybody treated each other like they wanted to be treated, wouldn't that be ideal? Bronze, yo, I don't even know how this thing works, yo. I don't know where to go. Yo, thank you for donating $1.99. That nigga be, shout out to the Yoke, man. I don't even know how to use it, Yoke. Salute to everybody, man. Y'all got to show y'all OG. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all got to put me on game and show me how this the super chats and all that stuff work. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm old. Stop playing. You dig what I'm saying? But it's benefits being the OG. You dig what I'm talking about? That means I didn't bump my head. So I ain't gonna bump it no more. So I ain't gonna let you bump it neither, man. Let me see what we got. Oh man, they caught your boy. Listen, man, your boy, man, Dr. Umar, Dr. Pan-African himself. They caught him out there. They cooking, bruh. Say, man, caught him. Man, you didn't know. You dig what I'm talking about? But he went on another live recently, and oh yeah, Trump sent 1,500 troops to the southern border. You dig what I'm saying? Got 538 people in the first 48 hours or something like that. He not playing, y'all. And that's just starting. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, but look, they caught your boy Umar, man. They roasting him. You dig what I'm saying?
With this new AI technology,
Shout out
you
to
can generate unlimited
Jules.
children's storybook videos in minutes,
I like
even if
these
you have
brothers,
zero technical
they
experience. All the videos
keep it fair and square, but they keep
It's clown behavior.
You dig what I'm talking about? They keep
I don't care who you are.
Well, what else is hip hop?
You need one of these right now. A lot of people thought the magnets were in my nose.
Knowledge
to enhancing audio.
You dig what I'm talking about? Not being able to be duped. You dig what I'm saying?
Ago, I put Umar in a.
Now look, I'm gonna let them break it down to you, man. Shout out to these brothers. I sped the video up a little bit, so if you seem like they talking fast, you just listening too slow. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I sped it up. You dig what I'm talking about? Fair use. As you see, if you got a big enough copyright, that don't matter. You dig what I'm talking about? They'll wipe your whole channel. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, shout out to the Hip Hop Uncensored. I'd rather support them anyway. They're not going to strike my channel. You dig what I'm talking about? These good brothers, you dig what I'm talking about? But they got a bone to pick with Umar. Right? Let's see what they talking about.
Salute to Chris, man. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you see your boy Umar?
Oh, not Umar again.
Now, we haven't talked about Umar in a while, right? Because honestly, and I think I said this to you about a year and a half ago, I put Umar in his proper place when it comes to me. See, we were upset at Umar for years because he portrayed himself as this black man that wanted to serve his young black boys. He had this education in psychology, wanted to serve his young black boys. It was needed out here, especially around the time that he was really speaking on it. It was needed. And then throughout the years, we've seen that he wasn't really, it didn't seem as though he was serious about it. So we got upset.
Man, salute the family, man. Salute the family, man, for supporting. Man, I love y'all, man. Them look, y'all don't even know. Them little twos and fews warm my heart. Real talk. You dig what I'm talking about? Man, just let me know one person is listening. Huh? One person raised up. What more is a God? Hmm? What more is a God? If I got one person to look up, I done did my job. Huh? Look at all y'all, man. Peace to the righteous gods. Peace to the Nirvanian goddesses, man. Creator gang is up in this thing, man. We gonna keep shedding this light. They can't stop the march of Creator's light.
It seemed like he was scamming the people. It didn't seem like the school was going up. Eventually, we came to peace going. The school ain't never fucking coming. It ain't coming. Umar is a celebrity, social media celebrity. He is Charleston White in a different variation. Yep. You know what I mean? He's no same thing, different variation. So we left him alone when it came to the school stuff. But I got to show you this real quick. You haven't heard it yet. And he was on a podcast, a shout out to the podcast, and the school was brought up.
Now, obviously, you go online, you go on YouTube, you go on these places, you see people, disparaging your character and talking about, when the school coming, and all this stuff like that.
You've been raising money for 15 years. Y'all didn't even know me 15 years ago. What are you talking about? I wasn't even around 15.
Exactly. What you call it? The YouTubian struggle?
The YouTubian struggle stream.
Exactly.
These Negroes will desecrate your reputation, your image, your character for 100 views.
Yep.
You feel me? They will destroy you for 100 views. You struggle streamer. It's crazy, y'all. It's absolutely crazy, man. But here's the thing, though. I try not to give too much voice to the YouTubian struggle streamers and the other haters I have because, especially as the school goes, the school gonna open soon. See, my thing is, why are you arguing if you know you're gonna win? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Once the school open, the cake. Now, don't get me wrong, they're gonna find something else then. You follow me? They're not stopping. Oh, they're not stopping.
Like when you was buying the crystals at the cart that one time.
Right. They said I was using the school money, right?
Yeah.
You know, so but I tell y'all this though. I'm going to do a documentary on building FDMG because what we went through to get that school up and running, I should have never had to go. All the black contractors who ripped us off. Oh, we got scammed out, yo. We got scammed out. All the vandalism. We went through so much. I knew self-hate, but I never lived it before. FDMG forced me to see just how sick a lot of our people are. And I think one of the reasons God delayed the opening of the school is I still had a lot of lessons I needed to learn. I had a lot of lessons I still needed to learn. But we almost there now. We just got to get some floors done. And it's time to apply for a certificate of occupancy. So we tiptoeing around the finish line now. Thank God.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
It was promised.
And they never built nothing, talking about how long it takes to open a school. They never built nothing. Not even a Lego house. Talking about how you become an expert in renovating a school and you never renovated one. That's what I hate about social media, man. It'll turn a nobody into an expert. It's crazy, man.
And then to direct that energy towards you, trying to help.
And see, my thing is this: if you're going to be a hater, be an honest hater. This is what I get. I get somebody come to a lecture, right? And they'll talk with me, take a picture, buy a book, best conversation of the night. And they'll go back home, jump on social media and start hating. When we just had a great conversation for an hour, I never knew you was a hater. He did all that just to say, I spoke with him. And then go back home, get on the internet and misrepresent everything we talked about. Like, they're not even honest. Like, if you a hater, be a hater.
Yeah.
Don't be a friend of me, be a hater.
Yeah.
They can't even be honest with it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I never traded in, though, because I look at all the people I've been able to help, all the lives I've changed, all the parents I helped with their children, all the kids I kept out of prison. Like, there's been a lot of quiet victories along the way.
Man. Floor is yours real quick, big dog. Do you think?
Nah, it's just, Umar, man, I followed him from the beginning. So some people that may have started following him maybe like 2022, 2023, he can pull the wool over your eyes. But he can't pull over mine. Because I sat there and I listened to everything that he said. See, look, we only holding you accountable in the words that you say, bro. Like, nobody's sitting in front of you and running about talking behind your back. We're holding you accountable for all the openings, all the times you said you was opening the school and you never did it. That's all we're doing. And this dates back to maybe 2017 at the earliest, maybe even earlier than that. And we get it. It's rough. It's hard to do, right? And then it's about just be accountable. All we ask you is to be accountable to the people. That's it. And it's not even about just the donors, because any nonprofit, if I or you were to walk in there, today and ask for the records, they would have to produce it. They would just have to produce it. That's all we ask you. And this is the platform that you built. You built the platform on being accountable. You built the platform on being the savior of the black boys. We didn't put you there. How is it that I see all these schools opening up everywhere with no star power, no nothing, independent, flourishing, and you with all the celebrity, the Breakfast Club behind you, all these rappers, celebrities behind you, you're not opening the school? Now you're the victim? That's the sucker shit, Umar. And we know, I hate that I even have to beat it, because I was your biggest fan. But I had to call it out. I can't be a hypocrite. I got to call it out. And what I'm saying is like, yo, all right, you having setbacks. That's fine. And we get it. But people are making it happen, bro. Why don't you look in the mirror and say, look, it's me. Maybe I wasn't as good with my money. Same thing with Dame Dash. Maybe I, wasn't putting the money. I get it. People get ripped off. But you shouldn't be getting ripped off. You shouldn't. I know contract. I was just talking with a contractor before I came here today. He's not getting ripped off. It's a proper way to do business. right? So, all right, it's $50,000 to do the whole thing. All right, we're gonna start with the floors. We get the floors done. I'm not gonna give you all the money to get ripped off. I'll give you a portion. All right, I'll buy the material and we'll go. That's how people do it now because people got ripped off too much. All right, this week I'm gonna pay you $2,500. All right, when you get done this portion, I'll pay you this. That's the way it's done.
Yep.
And then the people are giving you money. You're not using your own money. You're using the people's money as a non-profit. You're accountable to the people. I don't give a damn if I'm a hater. You still got to be accountable to us. So I don't like that. Like, I just don't try to push it back on us. The school's been over there for 10 years. And you've been around for damn near 15, Umar. Let's keep it a buck. You've been around for a minute, and it is no hate. But see, you would never look the monkey never look the lion in the face, baby. You'll never come on this platform and talk to us, right? You go on a platform that's gonna kiss your ass, people that's gonna coddle you and not ask the right questions. One time you got on the platform, Lord Jamar, you lost your mind. And we're not saying like you're a punk. Your father, your daddy had to come up here. Your pop came up here twice and looked us in the face as a Marine. Shout out to the Marines.
Yep. Salute to Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, looked us in the eyes, face, old man. And he tried to defend you, bro. So you can pull the wool over though. You can't do it to us, man. We a totally different breed and we know you, bro.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now the people scammed you. Come on, bro.
And I promise you, this was never going to be a topic of conversation again because for what?
Yeah.
Like for what? We got rid of it a long time ago. And shout out to the people, to the podcast who interviewed them because in a very passive-aggressive way. And you kikied and you cockeyed with them to make them feel. I don't know if it was a genius move or you actually.
Just another objective proof. Pan-Africanism is dead. Listen, the people woke, man. You can't trick them no more. We from here. We've always been here. You dig what I'm talking about? And as y'all know in Owaspy, man, look how far ahead of the game we are when we talking about what's going on with the history right here in America. Couldn't nobody convince you that your people came from somewhere else unless you know for an absolute fact that you are admixed and then admixed in that way. But then still how good is it to know that none of that matters? You just so happen to be Aboriginal. You would stop praising the Creator if you were some other heritage or culture? No, you would be a praiser of the Creator there too. You would just be that. But now it's over with for trying to dupe us into we this and we that. It's not going no more, man. We know the great prophet of America. Huh? We serve the great spirit, the great Wakantonka. Huh? Gichi. Huh? The maker of Manito. Right? We praise the God maker. Huh? Don't get involved in that low vibratory tit for tat. Right? No more trickery. You can't get past us no more with that. Huh? It's really gonna blow their mind when they find out that there's some pale people indigenous to America too. Indigenous. Didn't come from over there. White folk from here. Let alone all the niggas. Listen, nobody's trying to say slavery didn't happen. Nobody's trying to say the Atlantic Pacific slave trade didn't happen. We can look at the admixtures, but what I'm saying is they not like us. It's only been one people from here. And then the dope part is to understand that to make an Indian, it take 4 tribes. Huh? It take 4 engines to make one modern engine. So in truth, you admixed already. That's how you can produce every people. Every skin color, every phenotype, every eye color, every hair color without admixture. How is that possible if it's not already anciently in your genetics? Huh? We know who we are. right? We know why it's called Turtle Island. It's not because you couldn't see it. It's because you had the understanding of the moon sciences hidden on the turtle's back. It's a terapin, a tori. Huh? Do y'all know the most ancient name of America is Tori? We're not debating this. We got too much information to prove who we are. It's not even debatable. You dig what I'm talking about? It's not even debatable. I don't even get into that. You dig what I'm talking about? You trying to tell me who I am? How? You dig what I'm talking about? And then we got expansive histories over here, right? You get to looking back. Owaspy opened stuff up 50,000 BC. You be looking back, what? And then you find the real representation of it, what Owaspy is saying physically, objectively on Earth. Science is only backing up what Owaspy say. That's the crazy part. It'll say some wow, crazy stuff. You'll be like, what? And then be able to go back, look at it. Once you think about it and be able to orient it in your mind and your spirit, you dig what I'm talking about? Take a different point of view or look at it and just look at it. You'll be like, dang, how did it even know? You see what I'm saying? You get to questioning yourself. Like, did it, what the, you know what I mean? But that's how it should be. You shouldn't believe nothing. If you gotta believe it, it's false. Listen, this is a key. If you got to believe it, if you have to, like, see, you gotta believe in God. It ain't real. Huh? You don't have to believe in the Creator. He just is. There couldn't be a creation without a ta-da. Nothing can be created if there. Show me a creation without a creator. It doesn't happen on the micro level or on the macro level. It's just an impossibility. Huh? Shout out to all my folks, man. Stand up, Guatemala. Huh? The place of the 4 tribes. What? Guatemala, the place of the crossing. This, friends and family, is why you see the cross in America so anciently. Huh? Let me show y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Let me just pull something up real quick. Y'all done got your cousin cooking real quick. Watch this. Hold on. Let me pull up something for y'all. The place of the 4 tribes, right? Hold on. You don't see it? This is Paleo Algonquin. Pictographic writing. Let me show y'all some more. Hold on one second. With the vortex in it, too. Hold on. I'll show you the ones with the vortex. It's so much of this stuff. Land of the four tribes. Right? Hold on. Let's get to some of this pictographic writing. Hold on. Nope. I don't want to show that one. Let's see. I want to show it on the rocks. I want to show it on the rocks. 1 second, y'all. Here we go. I want to show you that cross in America on the rocks. Here we go. Let me show you that cross here. Let me share that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that cross? Guatemala, the land of the four tribes. Let me show y'all some more. You dig what I'm talking about? This is a representation of the name. It is called a Gawin. Watch that. Hold on. Let me go back. Show some of this Paleo Algonquin script. All right, these boys had the understanding of the con, even back then, dating stars, tracing the vortexes of the earth. These boys knew what they was doing. Shout out to the Anishinaabe. Shout out to the Algonquin. You dig what I'm talking about? Let's look at some of this stuff. This is rock art in Alberta. All right. It's rock art in Alberta. Right? Owaspi even tell us how to read this. You dig what I'm saying? They can hate all they want, but until you got the information and then you go debunk it yourself, we just gonna rock what we can prove. Hold on, here we go. What's that? Huh? It's the land of the four tribes. Guatemala. It's older here. Hold on, let me show y'all some of all. You can hardly see some of this stuff. It's so old and been through so much weathering. You can hardly see it, but hold on, I wanna. Here go one. We know what that is. We know what this is with the inner circle. Y'all see that? We know what this is. What are they tracing? The path of the earth. It's vortexian movement. This is your Ankh. This is your Khan. In America, this understanding is the Grand Khan. Look. Y'all see that? All the way around there. What are they counting? What are they counting? Let's go look at some more. Yeah. Look like some people didn't written that. Mess with that. Yeah. Look at this ancient stuff, man. This is Algonquin, right? The pictographic writing, but you got to know what you're looking at and what they talking about. Everybody know this is a man. Everybody know this is a dead man. How you know? His head down. Look, his head is here. This is his torso. These are his arms. This look like a weapon. But there go his little skirt or whatever he was wearing, and there go his legs. He dead. This man is standing up. We know how to read that. It's not hard. And then to understand that you got to pull back even further, and there's an even grander story. Right? There's an even grander story. Let me see. This is rock art. You dig what I'm talking about? I think this is old stuff. This is West Coast, more like British Columbia, North and West. You know what I mean? Pictographic writing in the caves. All right, hold on. Let's go back. I did a. Hold on. I showed that one. Hold on. Let me see. What the? No, that ain't what I picked. Acting a little slow. Okay, let me get up out of here. And go back to this. All right. Let me get back to this because they was flaming your boy. You dig what I'm talking about? And they just keep.
He was just kissing his ass and was afraid to ask him. But in your mind, you were wondering, where's this damn school at? But you played
Not
it
the
in
building,
a way.
the school. But go ahead.
Yeah, just to play it in a way so that he can answer the question. Because like you alluded to, when Lord Jamar asked him the question, and it wasn't so kiki and kaka, I'm going to kiss your ass. No, dog, what's up with the school? You got defensive. And you started getting defensive here. How dare you blame the people? I know contractors, we've spoken to people that would have done shit for free for you. And let's say for the sake of this argument, black people were trying to railroad you. Black people were trying to take advantage. Then why don't you go take that money and go get some white contractors?
Right.
Why didn't you go get the shit done for young black boys that you wanted to service if that was your intent? This is the lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life. And you want to talk about some self-hate? I think Umar suffers from some deep self-hatred toward his own people.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Because when you get him, if you get him behind a microphone and the vibe is right, oh, he'll talk your drawers off. He can talk, boy. He can talk. But when it comes to accountability, he shrinks up like a fucking kindergarten girl. Accountability he don't like. Yeah. You start yelling and barking and getting all mad and upset and you're sweating and now you want to start pointing fingers and never pointed the fucking thumb. There's a problem there. And let me tell you something. My daughter was born in 2014. I got back from California in 2012. I got with 120 in 2013. Nico and I used to talk about taking our son. Goddamn.
Right. You good?
Nico and I used to talk about putting our sons in FDMG Academy when they were babies. My son about to be a senior in high school. Nico's boy is a freshman in high school. And I just say that to think about timing. That was 2014. That's when I heard of him. That was 12 years ago, dog. 25 now. That was 13 years ago, dog. When you say you went around for 15 years, do your math, bruh. You were.
You were.
I know people dating back as far as 2012 heard. When was the St. Paul school talked about? I don't know the exact date.
Maybe 2014-ish.
That's 12 years, dog.
Right.
That's 12 right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's clown behavior. I don't expect any type of accountability to be held. I don't want to see a dude locked up. Whatever happens from here on out, cool, whatever. But don't play the people and start pointing the finger at people that would have helped you. People that would have taken money out of their pocket to invest in you because they believed in you, and now you turn your back on them. That's Bush League, dog. Don't do that.
Yeah, and it's like, remember at one point we had a whole, God rest his soul, Darren, Consul, me, you. We all would have been able to put hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yep, at that time, what?
In your school, bruh. So don't shit on your supporters. But a long time ago, people used to say stuff about dude. I never wanted to believe it. Like, nah. But like you hit it. All the stuff we said, you hit it on the head. When it comes time for accountability, he's a child.
Shrinks up.
Like the microphone stuff, the orator stuff, you King Kong. You know what I mean? But motherfucker, you a goddamn, like, I ain't gotta repeat it no more. Like, and that hit everything home right there, because it's just like all that people are asking for is accountability. And you're talking about a guy, right, who puts himself in the likeness of a Marcus Garvey, puts himself in the likeness of a Malcolm X, a Dr. Martin Luther King, or a Fred Hampton. He puts himself like the next great Pan-African King Kong consciousness, Hotep, right? That's who you put yourself next to. These guys were men of valor and honor. And they wasn't perfect, but they were men of valor and honor and accountability. You didn't see them going around making excuses and blaming people. And now like you got to say, oh, how many black contractors ripped you off? You had many people say they was going to help you for free, bro.
Yep, good people.
Good people that said, look, I'll come in and do it, bro, on the strength.
Yep.
So now you're trying to make it seem like the people is the enemy, bro. You had nothing but support from the people. Yep. And you still got support from the people. That's how you're able to survive now. The people still support you.
Yep.
But you shitting on them now. They shouldn't be, but they are.
Yep.
The monkey never looked the lion in the face. I guess maybe he was talking about us and me. I don't know. The people that was, because I bought the book and whatnot years ago, the sweatshirt. I was bought in. I'm traveling to New York.
You supported
Brooklyn,
the brother.
Supported the brother.
The message.
They could get.
You know what I mean? It was ready. Whatever. Let's get it. We gonna do whatever, bro. I'm with it.
Bought me a fucking book.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I'm telling you, you will definitely see deposits. You will definitely get checks.
I was skeptical in the beginning too, but no more.
Like, read this, check this out. And I thought it was, he was the greatest thing since. And at that point, I thought he was the next Malcolm X type figure. I'm like, yo, who is this dude talking all this? Like, damn, he's hitting here. But just because you can talk it, don't mean you can walk it.
You can't.
And that's one thing we always got to remember. I don't give a damn what a mofo.
Yeah. Dang, Umar. You got to fight back, man. You got to put that school up. Yeah, it's been about 12, 13 years. It's been about that. Not hating. This ain't no hate. This is just real. Dang. He said he got a son that's a senior now. And it was just being born when he heard it. Listen. I'm just saying. This is why, do y'all know in the American Indian they call it, you know how the Israel got like 10 commandments? Did you know the Algonquins got that same type of thing going on? Let me show y'all. I'll show y'all in a minute, man. I want to get back to this because they cooking, cuz.
Say it's what they do.
But hold on, before I get to that, one of those points is to not lie, right? This has been drilled in our children and in us for eons, thousands and thousands of years. To be 100, to be stand up. Don't be a liar. Let your word be your bond. As a matter of fact, before you let your word fail, you would rather die. You dig what I'm talking about? We've been teaching that to our sons and our daughters forever. It's just good to be 100. It's good to always be good. Right? That's an American trait. You dig what I'm talking about? To be a Guatamian, right? To be an Ahuan, to be an Angui. the modern Anguigan or the American Indian. The indigenous of America. Yeah, and we come in some flavors. So don't pigeonhole yourself. Just be yourself.
And it's what you do and what you said is why people are holding you accountable for. It's not a single hater out there. I don't think nobody hates this dude at all. I think anybody has some people, whatever, didn't like this, and some people might like his stand on interracial relationship, but nobody hates you, dog.
No.
But that is what it is, man. I still wish the brother the best.
Yep.
But on this platform, we're going to give it to you real. I don't know what that platform, and shout out to the podcast that had you on. Maybe they don't know you like that. I always take it as like these platforms wasn't around. They didn't see you in the beginning.
Yep.
I seen you from the beginning when you was on Dawa Israel. God rest his soul, he passed away too. That was one of the first interviews that blew you up, bro. I remember it. It's probably still a dude with the dreads from Chicago, Dawa Israel. I remember. See, I seen you on Black and Nobel when you had the speech. The Young Master speech where you said and polite. I remember all this stuff like it was yesterday. You was on Sinetta TV a lot back in the day. Like, people remember your beginnings. And I know people who remember your beginnings from stuff you was doing in Philly. So, come on, bro. You can't pull up wool over our eyes. We've been around, man.
Gavel smack. I sit on that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. How you feeling about this game coming up? Feeling different? Coming up Sunday.
Confident, man. I'm nervous, but I'm confident. And I'm sitting there and I'm just, I said this all year. You and I, as far as our sports teams, are in very different positions. Because my team for a very long time has been fucking terrible. I've got a lot of pride in it, but it's been terrible.
Right.
So it's just like, I'm trying to just enjoy the ride. Like, I had no expectation, but now I have a heavy amount of expectation. We're here, let's go get it. So I'm just trying to enjoy it and take it all in, because it's my first time really being able to see this as an adult man. I want to win that shit, though. Bad, man. And I know our team do, so I'm very excited. I'm very confident. But for you, it's like, nah, this is our expectation. This is what we've established our foundation to be. We've been the gold standard in NFC East. I mean, I know you and the Cowboys, and we've had some sprinkle on the Giants, a sprinkle of us here and there. But since McNabb era, you've pretty much been the gold standard of the division. So this is expected. And if we want to beat them, we got to beat them. And y'all right there. So it's rating. It's a fucking storybook right now, man. And hopefully it ends on our side. I know you don't feel the same, but
I just feel like every time we needed to have it, we got it. Like, even when we played Dart earlier, we needed to have that game. That second game, we didn't really need it. And even though it took out everything and we gave you opportunity at the end to win it, I feel like whenever we needed it. Now, the only thing that got me a little concerned, like if Jalen Hurts was 100%, I know we would win the game. I know it, because they couldn't stop us when he was in the game. But now that he's a little hobbled, that could change the dynamic of the game a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think it's going, because, both of them first two games, they both was kind of close.
They were tight all four.
You know what I'm saying? But you never know what's going to happen. I just cannot see y'all celebrating with T-shirts on our field in Philly. I just can't see that shit right now.
Well, listen, if it happens, I told my wife, I'm apologizing to you ahead of time. I'm getting on Facebook and I'm talking some shit. Yeah. Not to you. Right.
I mean, look, we want to win the Super Bowl. For me, like, I get it. Like, oh yeah, you can talk shit, but we've been there 2 years ago. Like, you got to win the Super Bowl. We want to win the Super Bowl.
And I want to win it too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I want to win it too. Because the fact that I've heard so much shit.
Right.
The last 30 fucking years. If we did it in Lincoln Financial Field of all places.
Right.
I got some things.
All right. Let me show y'all something. Why Wash be different. Wash be different. Right? A lot of people don't know that the word Algonquin, right? Let me show y'all this. This is the first book of God, chapter 27, right? They don't know that the word Algonquin, right, is the anglicized version of the word Egoquim. Algonquin, Egoquim. Right? So when the anglicized ear, right, the Anglo-Saxon heard the word Egoquim, to him it sounded like Algonquin. And that's how he repeated it. Right? So understand, when you say Algonquin, you're actually saying Egoquim. But what does Egoquim mean? Egoquim is the name of the Great Spirit, right? One of the appellations of the Great Spirit in America, and means out of many, one, or it means union. One, right? So when you say Algonquin, you're meaning one people. Whose people? The people who chose, right? These are your chosen. Who did they choose? What did they choose? They chose the Great Spirit. Huh? These people, indigenous to America, are called after their creator, Ecoquim. Now anglicized today as Algonquin. But we had a way we moved here. Right? This is what the Aboriginal movement hasn't tapped you into. Come on over here with Cosmon. I got something for you. This is what your ancestors wanted you to hear. Huh? That there is what? One great person. Even Egoquim, Algonquin. What? Creator. Y'all don't even know what you saying when you say Algonquin. You crying out to the creator. In your very essence of who you are. You named yourself after the great spirit. The who? The creator and ruler over all in heaven and earth. Even God. That's right. Somebody who rules God. You shall have him and no other God, no Lord, no idol, no man or angel to worship forever. Now, the thing about this is gods have been seen, lords have been seen, idols have been seen, man has been seen, and angels have been seen. But the creator has never been seen. That's a way to tell if your God is fake. If anybody ever seen your God at any time, if they said they wrestled him, if he came down and talked with them face to face, first of all, you got to ask yourself, why wasn't he already there? Why did he have to come down? If you're ever present, if you're omnipotent, you'd already be there. As a matter of fact, not only would you be there, the only way that anything could be is because you exist. You would be creating air and doing all the things and plants and all that man is just existing upon the planet. You would already been there. So to manifest yourself in a physical form is non-congruent with reality, but it's also oxymoronic. How did you get less powerful? You did what I'm talking about. And how are you here now? You did what I'm talking about in the physical when you are all physicality. Why would you have to show that would prove that you aren't who you say you are? Look, you shall love the creator, right? Above all things. Tell me when I said something wrong, y'all. Stop the video, say, Cosmon, you was lying at the 40-minute mark. You was lying, Cosmon. Y'all stop when y'all hear something evil. Right? And don't get stuck up on this too. Don't let your vibe, him, that's just positive energy. Huh? You shall love him above all things. He's also the negative energy, the physical world too. So, or the she. So, you shall love it, the creator, above all things in heaven above, or on the earth, or in the waters of the earth. You shall teach him, listen, y'all, you shall teach him to your children and command them to teach them to their children, and so on forever. What? And you shall swear against, listen, this stuff is going to start sounding familiar, but it's going to start hitting home. You shall swear against all other gods, idols, lords, to never serve them. Look, and the same to your children and to their children after them forever. This is the first Algonquin or Egoquim or law of Egoquim. This is the very first Algonquin law, to never rock with a god, never rock with a lord, never rock with an idol or a man. Did you ever wonder why I couldn't pay y'all to go to church today? Here go $50, go to church, put it in. Man, y'all gonna go put some gas in your car. Isn't it Cosmo tripping? He just gave me. See, I'm supposed to go to church. I ain't going to church. Huh? Look, this is the first Algonquin law. This is the first Algonquin law, right? To what? You shall swear against all other gods, right? It should have said any god, any lord, or idol, to never serve them and teach the same to your children and their children after them. This is the first Algonquin law. Come on. What? And you shall deal, look, and you shall deal with all men, women, children, as justly and as kindly as justly and kindly as with your own mother. You shall deal with all men, women, and children as justly and as kindly as with your own mother, out of whose breast you were fed when you were helpless and weak. We've been taught this thousands of years. This is why you stand up. It's in your genetic memory to know this. This how you know Cosmon ain't lying. What I'm saying, it's resonating on your inside, on the gut. You're like, damn, I think I heard that somewhere before. Yeah, they repackaged and resold you your spirituality as religion and got you to praise. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Hold on. And that thing went crazy. And got you to praise one of these gods. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. Right? They got you to praise one of these lords, one of these gods, one of these idols. Huh? That's what religion does. Religion is a purposely told lie to get you to praise the creation and not the creator. See, once you understand God doesn't create, especially life in a sense, right? There are gods who are high raised that create things, but as in to give them life, right? They don't do that. And the overstanding is there is something that creates gods, something that creates lords. If there's lords, something creates them. If there's atoms, something creates them. We look into the atom, we see a proton, a neutron, and an electron, right? But we look into the neutron or the proton or the electron, and we see a spiraling vortice. What gives that its birth? That is ego quim. That is Algonquin. That is the one. Huh? People been talking about, oh, getting back in nature, oh, my ancestor, oh, we this, we Indian, we this, we this. How many people have you heard actually sat down and told y'all that if you go out today, right around, especially if you're in the north, right around 4-ish, you're going to be able to see the planets line up. All 7 planetary lineup, planetary parade tonight, the 25th. Look it up. Right? Look it up. The planets lined up in the sky. Huh? Indians tell you everything else. Why ain't y'all tell me this? Huh? Why don't y'all tell me the whole sky is lining up tonight? We got to tap back in, y'all. That's all it is. We got to tap back in. How you do it first? First of all, recognize that there is a creator. Whether you call it God, whatever you talk about, whatever. Live to the highest ideal of yourself and then do that for somebody else. But start with your diet. It don't matter what you do. You get that diet together, you going to get right. You can get that diet together, you can do anything. I'm telling you. You ain't got to understand none of this. None of it. Just live to the highest ideal of yourself and eat some vegetables. See what happened to you. I know that sounds Cosmon. That's just too simple. Gotta be harder than that, Cosmon. Changing your diet and doing good. Huh? Or do we make it that hard on ourselves? Because why? You should deal with all men and women and children as justly and as kindly as with your own mama, out of whose breast you were fed when you were helpless and weak. Teaching this to your children and to their children after them forever. And this is the second Algonquin law. This is the second law of Algonquin. Huh? To be 100, to be fair, to be just. This is what makes you an Indian. This is what makes you Aboriginal. What? And to the sick and helpless. You don't want to do this work. Huh? Because this work calls you to help somebody. And to the sick and helpless. To the stranger. To the man who comes from far away. To the widow who is destitute. And to the child who has no father. You shall be both father and mother. Who ready? This is what it takes to be an Indian. Think about it. Think about it. I want y'all to be real. I want y'all to be real. In your house. Hold on, let me tap in real quick. I want y'all to be real. In your house. Be real. Your grandmama, your mama ain't never, ever, 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 ever turned down a hungry baby. Never. Huh? They hardly turned away stray cats and dogs. They definitely didn't turn away no babies. Huh? How many cousins and uncles you didn't heard that they mamas and daddies passed away and then grandma took them in? Raised up like a brother with your mama and your daddy. You thought that was your brother. That's actually your cousin. I mean, your uncle. That's actually your cousin. That's your mama cousin. But he was raised up now. That's Uncle Paul. You never knew. Why? You didn't have this goodness in you, forever. Why? Because it was taught to us. This is what it takes to be good. This is what it takes to be Indian. You can't say you Indian if you ain't doing what the Indian did. And guess what? It don't matter what Aboriginal you claim to be, the original, right? Or the descendant of the original. It's one thing that they all did. Even shit, even the Mongoloid, even my Inuit brothers, even the Iroquois, don't matter, even the Aztec, whoever you want to say. One thing that they all did was praise the Great Spirit. No gods, no lords, no saviors, no idols, no men born of woman. So how you claim you Indian and you ain't did the one thing that all Indians do? That's like saying you a Crip, but you don't never go out cripping. You wear red. You dig what I'm talking about? You be talking about blood this and suit that, but you claim you a Crip, but you ain't doing no cripping. Huh? Same thing with an Indian. How you an Aboriginal and you ain't doing no Aboriginaling? You dig what I'm talking about? We go make up some words. How you an Aboriginal and you ain't doing the one thing it takes to be an Aboriginal? You already got the blood. That's a given. But you must produce and prove who you are. You can't just say I'm this and do something else. You dig what I'm saying? We got this goodness bred in us. Huh? Look at this. This stuff go back 25,000 years. Even before that. But, I mean, just showing it. Did y'all know that the United Indian States are called Algonquin? 40 United States in North America. Mighty nation, states. And each one of them made confederations to produce them states. They combined it together to create the United Indian States of multiple groups and tribal familial lines that make, chiefdoms that make, you dig what I'm talking about, confederations that make nations. You dig what I'm saying? And to the child who has no father, you shall be both father and mother to them. And take them into your house and feed them. That's your mama. Huh? If you ain't never seen your mama, if you ain't never seen your mama turn down no hungry baby, hit me with a 1 in the chat. Why? She was bred good. She was bred good. My mama ain't never turned down a hungry baby. Cat, dog, frog, whatever. If it's out there looking lonely, she about to feed it. Why? Huh? Why? Why was she good like that? Because your creator good like that. He said, teach this to your babies for how long? Can somebody tell me how long forever is? Get back on me on that. When y'all figure out when forever stop, hit me up in the DMs. Let me know when y'all figure out when forever stop. And take them into your house and feed them. All the stuff we done been through in America. This how we get down. Huh? This how we get down. We just love on the babies, raise them up. You dig what I'm talking about? Do the best we can, but we come together. Why? Your creator been telling you this since time immemorial. To take them in your house and feed them. Huh? They ain't got no mama and daddy. You be their mama and daddy. It's not until you love my kids and I love your kids. You dig what I'm talking about? Until I love your kids as much as you love your kids, and you love my kids as much as I love my kids, this thing can't work. Until you can be the mother and father of them. Until you can take them into your own house and feed them. Get them skins, cloth to wear. I mean, you know, good stuff to wear today. And if they are lost, you shall go with them and show them the way. Listen, commanding these things to your children and to their children after them forever. So who are the people in the world who are continuing this tradition, teaching it to y'all so y'all can turn around and teach it to your children? It's the same people that was teaching it from the get-go. It's the Algonquins. Misnomer today as Negroes, blacks, African Americans. And then guess what? Yeah, we got mixes and twists. So because we got Siouan stocks, we got Huron stocks, we got Iroquoian stocks, we got Muskogean stocks who are still Algonquin. Huh? Why we call them Algonquin is because we still talking about these melanated people all in the United North American states. Huh? And at this time, Canada included. You dig what I'm talking about? 40 mighty nations. Y'all gotta get the, I know they indoctrinate us with those imaginary state lines, but just like in real life, they not there. So imagine these kingdoms, in a sense, would have, in many times, extended over borders and would have dominated whole areas of land. And these would have all been cousins, family, tribe. You dig what I'm talking about? And then they would deal with these other people over here and they intermarry. And guess what? A whole new tribe is produced by that one baby. Right? The mothers, this is why inbreeding didn't happen in America. Right? They like to call this, they like to say that we used to raid and enslave the people and do all that. It wasn't like that. Right? Many times when you warred against them, they took the people in and raised them up. You dig what I'm talking about? They know they gotta reciprocate in some way. And this is how they get their numbers up. This is how they stay fresh. But also they would do the tribal mothers. See, over here it's a matriarchy. Right? How could ever a warrior be a politician? When his sword is dripping with his enemy's blood, he can't. So you always got to have cooler heads to be able to prevail. And those are usually our women. Huh? It is what it is. Huh? Somebody tell me when forever stop. I'm telling you, the same people that was teaching it 25,000 years ago is the same people teaching it today. Huh? The Algonquin, right? Commanding these things to your children and to their children after them forever. And this was the third Algonquin law. And you shall not, listen, this is what I wanted to show y'all. This is what I wanted to show y'all. This is why I went to this in the first place. The fourth law, right? Dig this. If anybody want to know, this first book of God, chapter 27 and 13. Look what it say. You ain't got to believe this. I'm not asking you to believe it. Where did it come from then? Why is hitting so good? Ooh, it's sitting so good in your stomach like soul food, seasoned perfectly. Because you know I'm not lying. Why? Because they've been telling you this. It's in your genetic memory. What y'all don't even know is called a Vortexian record. What remembers in your DNA, huh? Is a Vortexian record. It's what is misnomered as DNA. What? And you shall not tell lies. This is why I wanted to come here. Huh? Nor speak falsely against any man, woman, or child. Huh? You've been taught this forever. Nor break your word of promise, even if threatened with death. When they be talking about them old stoic Indians, yeah, that was you. Back then, you could shut your mouth. Wasn't no snitching. Huh? Ain't no, I could only do bad. I could only endanger my people by just talking. Why not just die? Huh? What type of resolve? And then, but they're dying because they know they got something coming. That's where your belief turns into faith, because it's objectified. Huh? Faith is belief objectified. Huh? Nor break your word of promise, even with death. You've been on this forever. The word of your mouth shall be as unchangeable as the setting and rising sun, and you shall command this to your children and to their children after them forever. Hold on, let me check the chat. Anybody told me yet when forever stop? Huh? Huh? When forever stop, Black Ray? Black Ray say forever is forever. That's right. Yeah, that's right. The way we learned about the Indians was all wrong, correct? We got to relearn it all. Shit, why would we believe our enemy anyway? Historically, anyway. Let's not cap. You know what I mean? I'm on the faith is all peace movement, yeah, and all that good stuff. But let's just be real. Still the most despised people in the world, but yet still the most imitated. In America, in North America, you are the face of quote unquote black. You are the face of copper colored people in the world. You are the face of the Aboriginal movement. You make everything move. As a matter of fact, everybody jock your culture. This culture of being 100, ain't this hip hop? Knowledge and motion. What? The words of your mouth shall be as unchangeable as the setting and rising sun. This is the fourth law of the Algonquins. They ain't put you back in touch with the Great Spirit. You don't need no middleman. The middleman, God, Lord, Lord God, Savior, Messiah, Huh? He is the stumbling block. Huh? He's a tollway. And you're going to pay a price if you keep running over there. We call it the God spell. Because, see, they tricked the world through religion into believing God was the creator. How many of y'all have, the proof of that is how many of y'all have ever praised God? The proof is that how you find out that your God is false is if your God ever asks for praise, he's false. Creator said, don't praise no God. Why would God ask for praise then if he worked for Creator? He wouldn't. That means he's a false God. Look at this. And you shall not take and possess land, or you shall not take and possess that which is another's, nor allow your children to do so, nor their children after them forever. Let me point out something. It's been over 2,000 plus years. Think about it. Since the North American picked up his sword to go out and conquer anything, take somebody else's stuff. That's proven through history. I'm saying it's older than that. But for 2,000 straight years, you ain't picked up the sword. Historically proven, you ain't picked up the sword to fight nobody, go take their land. Never had to. Why? Remember, you was always coming with what they wanted. And then you a holy people. Look at you. Huh? You shall not lie falsely against any man, woman, or child, nor break your word of promise, even if threatened with death. Don't you want friends like that? Don't you want people like that who are like that constitutionally? Don't you want business partners like that? They like that constitutionally, huh? In the makeup of themselves. That's an American Aboriginal. You ain't went and picked up the sword to take nobody shit nowhere. And even the Haitians fought back to take their stuff. It was already theirs. And they still didn't go nowhere and take nobody else's stuff. They end up splitting the island. That's proof of that. Huh? But that's your fifth law. Huh? That's your fifth Algonquin law. Don't go stealing, taking nobody's stuff. Go get it yourself. Huh? It's enough for everybody out here. Right? Watch this. Let's keep going. And you shall respect the times of woman when she is pregnant with child. You shall not lie with her. Uh-oh. Let's see. It say 8:30. Let's go over here and look what it say over there. 8:30. Not have sex with her. Uh-oh. No. But why? Why? You got her pregnant. Why not lie with her when she showing and all that? Why? It's got to be a reason, right? Okay. Let's go see. Nor give her heavy labor. Don't give her heavy labor. That makes sense. Nor angry words. Nor fret her. What does fret mean? Fret means don't provoke her. Don't agitate her to anger. Don't wear her down. Disturb to pleasure. Or try her patience. Don't get on her last nerves. Right? Do this make sense to y'all? Why your woman is pregnant? I'm just saying. Don't give her heavy labor. Don't be yelling at her. Don't get on her last nerves. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, fellas. Uh-oh. But be obedient to her. Listen. Doing whatever she asks you to do. For it is her time, and she is your queen. Does it make sense? Huh? But why, Jaja? Teaching this to your young men and women, and to theirs that come after them forever. Why though? For their young are begotten of me, the Great Spirit. And what? I will have them shapely, strong, and brave. So dig this, young men. If you ain't pounding on that womb, huh? You not giving her heavy labor. You not yelling at her. You ain't on her own nerve. You ain't on her last nerves. You trying to help her out, be obedient, and getting that pickles and ice cream early in the morning and doing whatever she asks you to do. Guess what your result is? Huh? You gonna have a big boy. Huh? Shapely, strong, and brave. Huh? What else a man want? There's a reason he telling you to do what he's saying. Why? Because this is the result. You can do something else. That's on you. You got the free will to do it all. But if you do what I tell you to do, look at the benefits. Right? And y'all ain't got to believe this. Right? But the Algonquins do. Who are you? Huh? Oh, you ain't Algonquin? If you a nigga from America, you is. Oh, yeah, you are the 4 tribes. Ahwin, Iron Leaning Gone. Huh? Crazy. Because they was pale, you brown. It's a negative, positive light. It's crazy. Once you understand what an iron is, what a mound builder is, it'll open up to you. It still astounds me. I've been in this over a decade. Astounding. You shall listen. You ain't got to believe none of this. But this why they always mix you up, twisting you up with an Israelite. They was a good holy people too. I ain't talking about the people who was trying to be like Israelites. I'm talking about the real ones. Not the people who was just saying they was the people of peace, but then go out and war. Huh? I ain't talking about the people who went to the east. I'm talking about the people who went to the west. Huh? Yeah. I ain't talking about the people who sacrificed their babies. I'm talking about the people who didn't sacrifice nothing. Huh? That ever breathed the breath of life. Different. It's a difference. One people went to war. The other people did the opposite. One people went in slavery. The other people did the opposite. One people served the king, Saul, David, Solomon. The other people, the real Israelites, didn't. But did. What is a praiser of the Great Spirit in Africa? An Israelite. What is a praiser of the Great Spirit in America? Ego quim, Algonquin. It's the same word. This is why they always try to mix you up with them. Y'all totally different people. Well, today you probably got a little of that in you. You dig what I'm talking about? But what I'm saying is, that doesn't matter. They still Negroes from the East. They still ain't Africans if that's what you're looking for. Huh? You shall. This is why they always confuse you though. You've been doing this forever. You shall labor 6 days. But on the 7th day, it is a moon's day, a Sabbath, and you shall not labor, hunt, or fish, but go to the altar of your what? Creator, not God. And look what you're doing. And dance. And sing. And then sit in silence To hear my words, which he does what? He speaks into the souls of men and women. Where is this done, Cosmon? These are done after you walk the red path or powwow. You go into what is called a teepee, and this in the darkness. This is where the experiences happen. You didn't live in teepees. That's not what they're for. The reason they're conical is to draw the vortexian energy. Huh? So in the darkness, angels can manifest themselves. It's the whole point. You didn't live in them. And if anybody seemed to have lived in a teepee, it wasn't you. By the time that Europeans got here into America, you had high-rise, multi 5, 6, 7, 8-story buildings, running water. Dare I even say electricity? A direct type of electricity, not alternating current, but direct energy. This is why the buildings were massive, built out of granite and different types of piezoelectric type of rock, right? Because it was grounded. The whole building was, in a sense, alive, and you were the battery. That's the science we missing. We walk on our ancient science. It's in the ground. Crystal science is the science before what we got today. That's what we missing. Huh? But you shall labor 6 days, but on the 7th day is the moon's day, a Sabbath. And you shall not labor, hunt, or fish, but go to the altar of your creator and dance. Give him some money? No, dance. Huh? Cut a bull's throat? No, sing. Cut off a bullock's head? No, dance. Kill a ram? No, sing. Huh? Then he said, did you start buffoonery? Do some crazy stuff? No, sit in silence. To hear my words which I speak. Huh? That means it's currently going on. Right? If y'all don't believe me, ask yourself, well, in times of darkness, men call the voice of the creator their conscience. This is why you say for conscience sake, for Christ's sake, all that, for conscience sake. In times of darkness, men call the voice of the creator a conscience. Now ask yourself, do you have a conscience? Is that conscience ever in your voice? Have you ever heard it audibly? No. Is it in your voice? No. Has it ever been wrong? No. As a matter of fact, every time you didn't listen to it, you got spanked. Belt to ass. Proof that the voice is real. Does it scream in your head sometimes? Teaching your children about the Sabbath and the day children that come after them forever. This is why a lot of y'all, a lot of us, period, leaned in towards the Israelite understanding and all that stuff. You ain't even know why. Before there was a biblical God, before Jesus, before the book, before Noah, before the real deluge, you'd already been practicing. You got a civilization, a high-rise civilization in the Americas, 50,000 years old, y'all. I'm talking about ain't nothing new. Boats, glider planes, books, writing, none of it's new. Traveling the world, none of it's new. 50,000 years old. Owaspy show how to make how they was making boats. One of your cultural ideologies is STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. You were building boats 48,000 BC. What are y'all talking about? We wasn't these little monkey people running around doing nothing. Huh? We don't even have the science and technology from Egypt. We ain't got the science and technology from Rome. So what you think you got from 40,000 years ago? 25,000 years ago? I'm telling you, all you got is this. That stuff that was going to be taught forever. But this leads you there. Huh? Just wanted to hint back on this real quick. Right? You shall not tell lies, nor speak falsely against any man, woman, or child. Huh? Even if threatened to death. Know that I stand on that. Huh? Know that I stand on it. Gon' stand on it. I ain't scared. Never been scared. I was too foolish. You did what I'm talking about? Now, I don't even know if I want to address this. Right? But I think I got to. Got into a conversation with a good brother. About the English language and, when it was written and all that stuff. And I said, well, the English language written as we commonly know it, man, been written since the 1700s, 1800s, right? Even the Constitution itself was written in modern English. He denied it. Said I was stupid, and then made a claim that the original Constitution was written in German. Now, I'm going to offer the brother, Supreme Chief, a way to challenge this, right? He said his claim was that the original Constitution, right, was written in German, right? I say it was written in English. He said English didn't exist in 1700s. And that the Constitution was written in German, then written in English. I said it's the opposite. So he got beat up. Obviously, the Constitution is written in modern English. We can read it, right? But he been hurt ever since, right? So the question was asked, what is the original language of the Constitution? It's English, right? Like I was saying, the Constitution was written and ratified entirely in English, and all official interpretations and legal proceedings related to it are conducted in English, right? What the brother was having a misunderstanding was, right, that later, after the original Constitution was ratified, right, first of all, it had to be written. It was written in September 17th, 1787. But then it took time to be ratified, right? This is what the brother didn't know, right? To ratify the Constitution, it took 9 states, right? Once it was ratified, it was then written in German and Dutch for 2 states, Pennsylvania and New York, because they had German and Dutch populations. But the original Constitution was still written in English. The brother wasn't big enough to just admit that he was wrong. So he kept trying to say we was German and give the things to Germans, right? Look, the Pennsylvania Assembly ordered 1,500 German copies of the Constitution to be printed in 1787, right? But that's after, right? Because originally, right, remember, in September, later, right, ordered that they be written, but it wasn't ratified yet. It wasn't ratified till 1788. Then the copies were made. Let's go and show. Right? So just to look, to show what I'm showing, Pennsylvania ordered 1,500 German copies. Right? Now, mind you, the Constitution was written in Pennsylvania. He also made a claim that the Constitution was made in a town called Germantown. It wasn't. It was made in Philadelphia. Right? Also, the New York State government authorized a Dutch translation of the Constitution. Right? These came later. Right? Now look, let's go on the show. We just showing, breaking it down. This is why it got so ugly. The ratification of the United States Constitution occurred what? June 21st, 1787. When the ninth state, New Hampshire, ratified the document, making it officially the framework of the United States government. However, the process of ratification by all states was completed by May 29, 1790, 3 years later, when Rhode Island finally ratified it. Right? Now, let's just go see. Here's a copy. One just got, let me share this. A copy of this just got sold at Sotheby's. Look, let me show y'all. A copy of this, of the original print. Look, original print. The original. Not the German copy translation, not the Dutch translation, the original. So the original copy is going to be in the original language. The original print of the United States Constitution sells for a record-breaking $43 million. Look, right here. Look, you can read that. There is no extra guessing to this. Look, this is a picture of the original copy. We, the people of the United States, you can clearly read that. Why? Because it's written in modern English, not German. In fairness, the brother was trying to say that I was trying to deny everything he said after this. And I was, because he was trying to move the goalposts. But what I'm saying is, we're not talking about everything that ties to a German anything afterwards. We're talking about what was the language that the original Constitution was written in. Here's one sold for $43 million. There's only 13 in the world. 2 owned outside, or now only 1 owned outside of control of some thing. But the one that did get sold in 2023, this one, right, sold for $43 million. And we can clearly see that it's written, right, in modern day English. We can read it. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. I can clearly see that. Article 1, Section 1, all legislative. You can read it, right? But he had made another claim about the text being written in a place called Germantown. It wasn't. The Constitution was written and signed in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, in the assembly room of the Pennsylvania State House, not in Germantown. Now known as what? Independence Hall. This was the same place the Declaration of Independence was signed some 11 years before. That was embarrassing for the brother, because he tried to finagle the Declaration of Independence, which came before 1787, right? Remember, it was signed, the Constitution, it was signed in September 1787, right? They had been in convention and convened May 25th to September 17th, 1787, right? And it was written in English at Independence Hall, right? In Philadelphia, not Germantown, and not in German. That was the whole thing, right? Now, all he would have had to do, right, is to show us that prior to September 17th, 1787, that there was a constitution written in German. But he can't do that because all he can do is show us the one that was transcribed from English. Remember, the original language of the Constitution is English. There's no getting around this. But he was trying to. I wouldn't let him move. So I beat him up on it. It is what it is. Now he heard about it, and instead of just saying, looking at it like, damn, man, I may have been wrong. Now he was trying to say that the language was Algonquin. Okay, show me it's Algonquin. Right? I'm saying even the Algonquin is written in modern English. So it wouldn't have mattered what he was talking about. The point is that it's not German. Doesn't matter that there were German people in Pennsylvania or that there were Dutch people in New York. The original Constitution was written in English, right? And not in Germantown. The Constitution was written during the Philadelphia Convention, now known as the Constitutional Convention, which can be May 25th, September 17th, 1787. Right? Now, this is for my brother. It's all good. You dig what I'm talking about? Now, look, what he didn't know was that 11 years before, right, in the same place, in Independence Hall, he brought up a source where he tried to finagle the Declaration of Independence as the Constitution, and we caught him. I wasn't going to let that get past me. I caught him trying to pass one off, punched on him some more. Now, so we don't get into no back and forth, no crazy stuff. Y'all go tap the brother in, let him know I'm offering him a challenge. Can you show us a Constitution of the United States written prior to September 17th or on September 17th, 1787, written in German? Right? If you can do that, you done Hadouken me. But until then, you got to wear this ass whooping. You dig what I'm talking about? You just got to wear this one. Huh? Look. To show you that it wasn't written in German, watch this. Where is the Constitution? It is at the National Constitution Center. The National Constitution Center owns a rare original copy of the first public printing. What is the first public printing of the Constitution, right? This printing was published in a newspaper called the Pennsylvania Packet and Advisor on September 19th, 1787. 2 days after the Constitution was signed. It's still in English. Even the Pennsylvania Packet and Daily Advisor in 1787 was using modern English script to denote itself. Because one of the points is that he was trying to make was that modern English as a script didn't exist till some Germans came and made the IPA. And 1880 or something. Mind you, that has nothing to do with 1787, so I never let him pivot, right? I just kept bringing him back, right? So, all right, this is another dagger, right? Who wrote the Constitution, right? Are these all Germans? Is James Madison a German? Oliver Ellsworth? What about John Rutledge? James Wilson? What about Alexander Hamilton? Huh? What about George Washington? Even he not German. George Washington come from England. His people stock come from England. Even he not German. I'm just saying. So I'm offering, a contest to my brother. You dig what I'm saying? If you can show us a constitution pre September 17, 1787, or prove that the original copy was written in English, then you got me. But until then, you dig what I'm saying? Until then, just is what it is, bro. Until then, you got to wear this, cuz. Yeah, take another one since you made me address this. They brought me out last night, huh? Take another one. Take some of them Hadoukens. You dig what I'm saying? It is what it is. I never been a coward, bro. And I'm going to stand on the truth, especially when I know I'm right. Right? We ain't going to get into a whole long drawn out thing. Show your work. Show your worth. You dig what I'm talking about? If you got caught out there lying. All right? Let me, I'm going to come back later, but let me go out with my boy. Let's go out. I'll come back later. You know what I do. But let's bang some of this Hurricane. We the Revolution. Let's go.
Fuck a president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. Be the revolution. Be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution. Be the revolution. Agenda 2030. I don't think he heard me. Fuck the government, cause they tryna do us dirty. Waking up early, gotta grab the hammer. Have a fed hanging on the wall like a banner. Feel like Bruce Banner, turn it to the heart. Throw a dictator through a motherfucking car. Tell the prime minister, should've been the listen up, true hunter kill his ass like a killer would. Hit him up, got a bunch of bullets that'll fill him up. Tell the coroner, come and motherfucker pick him up. Spin a truck, we gon' ride out for another hit. Who to get? We gon' kill a motherfucking globalist. Solar fist, knock your head off the outer space. Not a case, you would disappear, yet without a trace. United States is a corporation that is out of place. Burn it all down, let's do it fucking right away. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. Be the revolution. Be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all haters. Be the revolution. Be the revolution. Smart cities coming, gonna be a trap. Fuck it that you call